This week, the Lokar Car Show heads to Las Vegas to explore the vehicles of SEMA, the biggest convention of OE and aftermarket equipment there is. Not just cars either. A whole world of race and show awaits you. Next.
Welcome to another edition of the Lokar Car Show series, coming to you from the 47th annual SEMA show here at the Las Vegas Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am Kathy Fisher, and we are about to show you all kinds of very interesting, neat vehicles, cars, trucks, you name it. That's what SEMA is all about. We're going to start off right here with this 1967 Karmann Ghia. Now, this car is built on a Volkswagen chassis. And of course, this would have been a rear engine car. What you see up here, that wasn't there to start with. This has taken quite a bit of engineering because what you're seeing in here, this is a Viper motor, V10, 650 horsepower. The inside, they have done all kinds of great things to really modernize this car. And this car just looks like it would be a ton of fun to drive with all that horsepower and just one of the many vehicles we're going to see coming up on today's show.
This special edition of the Lokar Car Show at SEMA, there's everything automotive. We're at the Original Parts Group booth. You guys have everything for a restoration project.
Yeah, we have a lot of products for any kind of car you want to build that we specialize parts in. We're a very niche business. So although at SEMA there's everything here, when you get to Original Parts Group, it's Chevelles and El Caminos and Buicks and Cadillacs and Rivieras, and we have a lot of products to restore those from interior to exterior.
Yeah, my first car was a 66 Chevelle. The outside looked great. Inside, not so much. You can fix that problem with all the products you have.
Oh, no question. We have everything for that interior, from carpet to sill plates to dash pads to gauges, and even if you didn't have gauges, we can do conversions to put factory-looking gauges in the car now.
Now at SEMA, are you introducing any new parts, anything special?
Yeah, we have a lot of new products that we've been manufacturing. This year at this show, we're going to feature a lot of our new Cadillac products. A little different for Original Parts Group. About 3 years ago, we went into the Cadillac market and having tremendous success with that. And we're making a lot of products. So we're doing mirrors and door handles and dash pads and headlamp bezels and all the components that would wear out, like on the muscle cars that we supply parts for. But now you're seeing them come out for these big cars, Cadillacs and Rivieras.
The shifters, the consoles, everything you need to put your car back to factory stock.
And of course the aftermarket as well. I want to touch a little bit on that. We are in, all the restoration stuff, but everything, if you want to upgrade those brakes or suspension and some of that new, retro mod stuff, we have all that stuff as well.
Well, if you're looking to restore your car, check out opgi.com.
Here at SEMA in the American Racing Headers booth, great example of American-built, American-made power. And Steve, tell me, what's the whole deal here with this car? It's got quite a story.
Well, we started this car as a stock 2008 Dodge Viper, and it used to be my wife's car. She stole it from me. I stole it back from her because we did the one lap of America a year ago in a Magnum, and I said to my co-driver, I'm tired of bringing a knife to a gunfight. Next year, we're going to bring a gun. So we took this Viper, and with the help of a lot of American sponsors, American-made products, Forge Ahead USA, we're putting money back into the American economy. That's what the Forge Ahead program is all about. And we went to the PRI show last year and walked into American Racing Headers booth and introduced myself to Nick, told him what we were doing, and he says, are you going to be here Saturday? I went, sure. He said, fine, those headers are yours, come pick them up.
Right off the wall.
Right off the wall. That's how those headers got on this car. Archer Racing put all the goodies on the car. Car started as a stock Viper in bright blue. Prefix Corporation is the company that supplies and paints all the parts for the new Vipers. I met Kim Ziley, the owner of Prefix, during a tour of the plant. What I didn't know is he had plans to paint the car. Used to be bright blue. They painted the car silver, blue, and red, which happened to be their corporate colors. It also is SRT's corporate colors, and it's the colors that they paint the GTSR race cars.
Tell us a bit about this race that this car was prepared for.
The One Lap of America is the grandson of the Cannonball. Cannonball was the race from coast to coast back in the 70s. The One Lap now starts in South Bend, Indiana, and you travel from racetrack to racetrack around the country. You do typically two sessions, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, then you pack up, drive all night to get to the next racetrack, and you start over and do it again the next day. You do that for 8 days and end up back in South Bend.
Yeah, because I kind of wondered when I look on the back of this Viper and there's a hitch.
Yeah, everybody wonders, what is the world is a trailer hitch doing on a Viper? It was really hysterical when I went to the trailer hitch guy and asked him to put a hitch on. He's just, yeah, I think we can do that. As a matter of fact, the receiver itself is not even available in the U.S. He went to Europe to find the receiver because you can take the hitch off the car and never even know it's there.
That just gives you just one great example of what you can do with American-made power and parts.
This edition of the Lokar Car Show is being brought to you by Lokar Performance Products. Quality plain and simple. ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Thermoblade, the safety wiper blade of the future. OPG, the world's largest source for GMA body parts and accessories. And by Quality Aerosols, quality under pressure.
I'm in the Motogate booth here talking to Lance Corey, and I've noticed this bike. It's a pretty cool little bike you got in your booth. Where'd this come from?
Yeah, this was something that I had made back where I live, San Fernando Valley. A guy by the name of Bob from Glam Rock helped me make it. Basically, we found a bike on the side of somebody's yard. It was a 1971 Honda. It was rusty, it was dented, it was not running, it was basically a pile of poop. And we turned it into this. There's a couple of kitchen aftermarket parts on it, these Works shocks, an FMF titanium carbon fiber muffler on it. These are titanium motocross foot pegs. These are Pro Taper motocross bars with high performance brake. And a lot of it is just the stock parts that we had done stuff to. So, you know, the frame, we cut out and redid the electrical, so you don't see any electrical. The brakes we had redone, I drilled them out. The wheels were relaced with stainless steel spokes, and we powder coated the hoops.
It's kind of a retro mod bike. It's got a little bit of motocross in it, a little bit of old bike style, street bike racer.
Maybe a little dirt tracker look. It's we just tried to have fun with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Not everything here is cars. There's some trick bikes here as well.
When you're restoring a vehicle, when you want it to make sure that it's absolutely right, especially when you're going to class for judging, period correct, comes down to tires, you don't want to lose any points, do it right from the start. Go to Kelsey Tire. And John, I cannot believe all of the different tires that you folks are manufacturing today. These are brand new tires, but just like they were back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. This is great.
And into the 80s now. An example being the Goodyear Steel Guard radial here. This was the 73 through 77 Corvette application. It's a must-have, especially if you're going for NCRS judging. We focused on the details.
Details right down to maybe some tires like we see out here in the front of this display for 1 year of Corvette.
Indeed. For the 25th anniversary of the Corvette, we had the pace car using this tire here specifically. That's the GT radial. We brought that tire out very recently.
One of them that really sticks out for me is a 1967 Cobra, and there was only one tire, one car, 1 year, but you have it.
That's the E7015 for the 67 Shelby only. We offer a complete line of Shelby tires. We would like to take the opportunity to have you view the Speedway Blue Streak by Goodyear. This was an aftermarket tire, beautiful optics. It was initially used by Bill Mitchell when he introduced the Mako Shark. Most of the applications are for 63 through 67 Corvettes, but with a little touch of class to it.
John, I notice all of the tires that we have here, they're OE replacements, but not this one in particular. This tire is what the folks were putting on when they wanted to go out and do a little racing.
One of the more popular phrases at the time was, "Smoke 'em if you got 'em." Very popular muscle car tire. We have many different offerings in polyglass, but this one here, your right foot may have caused some of these to light up once in a while.
You want to find out more about this tire or any of the ones that we've highlighted for you today, and trust me, there are many more. Just hop on their website at kelseytire.com.
I'm in the Titan fuel tanks booth here at SEMA with James. And James, there's a lot of trucks out here, but this one here really stands out. Tell me a little bit about your truck.
It's a 2012 Ford F350 Power Stroke, crew cab short box. We've set it up for off-road recovery, a really useful truck. We got custom bumpers, 4-inch lift, 37-inch tires, 150 gallons of fuel, 2 onboard air systems, winches front and rear, really nice suspension lift, a bunch of really, really cool components on it.
I mean, it's got carbon fiber door handles on it. I mean, when you walk up on this truck, it is pretty stunning. Nice paint job up on the lift here, the nice tires and wheels. It's flashy, but yet simple, clean, and sleek.
Absolutely. It's meant to be used. We're going to use this truck, so we wanted to have good components, good lights, everything to be able to actually use the pickup. So.
I mean, it's one sweet-looking truck, and wouldn't mind having this one in my garage, but I don't think it'll fit.
No, yeah, probably won't.
Here in the ARP booth, Salt Flats car. Studebaker. Now, Studebaker has a long history at the Salt Flats. Some of the original Studebakers back in the day, when they set the records, we're talking back in the 1960s, those records still stand today. So a very long history of taking the concept car, of stretching it all out. And on this particular one, they have used nothing but the absolute best. And of course, you know, it's all held together with ARP fasteners. And one of the reasons why they used the ARP fasteners on this car is because going out in the very harsh conditions of the Salt Flats, well, you want the stainless that you don't have to worry about. Some of the other great things you're going to find on this car: dynoed at 900 horse, and it's only 369 cubic inches. The top speed for the 2013 Bonneville Speed Week, 228 miles per hour. They have spared no expense on this car. Transmission got a Jericho 5-speed air shift, tilt and bell housing. It's got dry sump oil tank, polycarb and fuel pump, and it's just the whole idea of carrying on the Studebaker tradition at the Salt Flats. What do they call this car? Well, not Studebaker, but the name of their racing is Stupid Baker Racing. But I don't see anything stupid about this car.
I'm here in the quality aerosol booth with Lee. Lee, you have an aerosol for just about everything. Not only your cars, but the whole household, all kinds of stuff. Tell us what all you carry.
We're a full-line aerosol manufacturer, so we have automotive products, we have household and institutional products, we have a full adhesive line, lubricant and penetrants, and then we have a full fragrance line of products.
One of the things I like, you can decipher which one is which by the color of your caps. You've made it very simple for the consumer.
We have color-coded everything. Red is our automotive line, yellow is our household and institutional line, blue is our adhesive line, our black is our lubricants and penetrants, and then our white is our fragrance line, which would include handhelds, metered mists, and foggers.
Well, one of the new products you're debuting here at SEMA is As Good as New.
We're really excited about As Good as New. This is a product that you can use for any solid surface for your automobile, truck, RV, boat. You would spray it on your cloth and wipe that surface down. These are surfaces that are damaged by the UV rays.
You just wipe that on there and it'll look as good as new.
No, absolutely. You'd spray it on your cloth. We always recommend on the cloth because you won't use as much product that way. Spray it on your cloth, wipe the surface, and it's as good as new instantly.
Right. My vehicle has a little black trim around the mirrors, on the bumper, and also works on the dash, inside, interior, and exterior.
No, absolutely. Another area that we have found a good use for is the interior of the engine compartment. You have a lot of plastic there, and if you want it to look like the showroom shine, spray it on the cloth, wipe it, and it's as good as new.
I want to know, how'd you come up with the name?
Well, you can either buy it new or you can make it as good as new, and that's what our product does.
I like this stuff. It's as good as new. It's simple. It's clean. It's neat. It'll be as good as new when you're done.
As we continue on checking out all the fine vehicles here at SEMA, stopping by the painless booth here. It's not just about cars here on the Lokar Car Show. It's about all kinds of fine vehicles. What a very nice looking GMC, Jimmy. And Sarah, you had a lot to do with this.
I did, yes. Lots of fun.
Why a Jimmy?
Well, we have other vehicles, but they are hard to fit all four of the family in for cruising. We build these to cruise. And so we had to build something with a back seat to load up kids and head out on town.
This isn't your first vehicle that you've been involved with. I mean, this goes way back for you.
Yes, I married my husband as a mini trucker back in the day. So we built a few of those and kind of grew up in the industry. So kind of growing up into bigger rigs now. We're hoping we're kind of on the front edge of this, kind of coming back again.
Why the color?
We kind of go with the theme. We have a love for Volkswagens too, so we blend our love for Volkswagen. So I tend to choose a Volkswagen color. And we like a classic look on our trucks. We don't like to change them up a whole lot. We kind of like the classic GMC Chevy lines. So we keep them pretty classic with a little twist of Volkswagen.
You know, it looks like you've worked with a lot of different manufacturers, putting all kinds of great stuff into this vehicle.
Well, Mike and Sarah told me the theme of the Jimmy, told me their colors, and I started thinking they had some ideas. I thought, well, I'm going to pick something really cool for this. So we chose to use canary wood as the base wood. It pulls all the colors that they used in the interior, as well as some hues that you get from the exterior colors. Then we chose to put some pinstripes in it. Some old school type pinstripes are actually inlaid into the wood. These are not painted on. These are actually inlaid in. We chose flat top bed strips because that kind of goes along with the theme, just because really a nice clean install. And there are flat tops with hidden fasteners. And then we surprised them because the name of this is Square Peg. We took center board, inlaid a round piece of bird's eye maple, then put a square peg of rosewood in it. So we had a square peg and a round hole. And they didn't know about this till they opened the box when it got to their shop. So this was a surprise we did for them. But it fit the bed very nicely, and they're great customers and great builders, and we had fun working on this project with them.
Kept it true, Chevy, and got a nice little motor in there for cruising.
We do. It's an LS motor. We did change that out to an LS. He wants it to be easy for me to drive. So it's a 5.3 LS. And I, of course, like the Chevy orange on it. So we went with kind of a classic look, like a clean engine compartment.
What are your plans for your next vehicle?
We have in store coming up an 88 through 98 Chevy truck.
All right, well, we'll look forward to seeing more coming from Sarah and her husband, and we're going to look for more fine vehicles here on the floor of SEMA up next.
This edition of the Lokar Car Show is being brought to you by Lokar Performance Products. Quality, plain and simple. Flowmaster, the exhaust technology company. Kelsey Tire, dedicated to providing you with quality Goodyear tires from the 1920s to the 1980s. B&M Performance, quality performance products that work. And by Diamond Eye, the world's toughest diesel and gas exhaust.
I'm with Kenny Tran out here in the Gum Out RainX Black Magic booth. And Kenny, let me tell you something. This is a neat car. Tell me a little bit about this. A Nissan GTR?
Yes. This is a pretty cool car that we specialize in this platform. We modify, we got like 6 different stages for this car. This is our stage 6 street. So basically this package here, we upgrade the engine, we upgrade the transmission with billet gears, we upgrade the fuel system. So everything has been upgraded on top of the stock platform in this car.
Yeah, I mean, and stock's fast, and then you're gonna upgrade.
Yeah, stock is pretty quick already. It runs like 11.7 and a quarter mile. This thing runs like a 9.2 and a quarter mile now. It's got about 1,200 horsepower underneath the hood.
And you did say daily driver, right?
This is a daily
1,200 horsepower daily driver?
Yes.
Now, what all modifications have you done to it?
Well, the engine, we fortified it with forged pistons, connecting rods, and on the cylinder head to upgrade the valve train and the camshafts. The gears, obviously, when you make this kind of power, you're going to have to upgrade the gear set and the clutch. And the fuel system, it's got big injectors, triple fuel pumps.
One thing you did tell me, it runs on E85 as well?
Correct. This has a dual tune on it. So on high horsepower output, we use E85 or E98. On a daily basis, if it's difficult for you to find ethanol, then you can use the regular 91 or 93 octane. On the exterior, we have the graphics, we have the HRE wheels, we use the RainX original treatment, we use the Black Magic Tire Wet for detailing. On the engine, we use the Slick 50 supercharged and the Gum Out on one. So specifically on this car, you know, we mainly focus a lot on the high performance end of it, and we want to deliver a package that anybody could enjoy every day.
I mean, as fast as this car is, you don't need exterior because nobody's going to see it.
Yeah, we try to keep it simple, but out here at SEMA, you got to put the graphics on and everything to, you know, spice it up, attract some attention.
One sweet ride for sure.
This week's Lokar Lowdown, it is all about making it your own, Jeff. And you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to your premium shift knobs at Lokar.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different things going on. We've got a lot of feedback from our customers. They like our mushroom knobs, they like the high-tech tapered knob, but they just wanted something a little bit special. So what we did is we came up with our premium line of knobs. machined out of 100% billet aluminum, and we offer them in the 2-inch solid, 2-inch Venetian, and the Art Deco, or our Deco series knob. The Venetian, the solid, and the Deco are available with a push button, so you can use them on your Lokar shifter. Simple on, simple off.
Hey, and that's we like that. And also to make it your own, all of these come in the brush that we see here. They also come in the midnight and
also in the polished.
And we like the polished. Now, if you want to use any particular knob, you've got something that we can change right there too. We've got the adapter from Lokar.
That shift knob adapter is something we've had for quite some time. Seeing a lot of interest in it. A lot of guys want to use a beer tap. They want to use whatever, a piston that they've pulled out of something.
Right.
This is available with 3/8 16 threads or 3/8 24 threads on the top, and it'll allow you to use that on any Lokar shifter.
Simple, just like quality, plain and simple. All of these products made in the USA, lifetime warranty. And you want to find out more? Just go to their website, lokar.com. You can also like them on Facebook.
I just ran into Matt Lovell, the driver of the Laser Starlight's mid-size trophy truck. Matt, tell me a little bit about your ride out here.
Well, it's actually it's pretty sweet. It's based off of a Ranger for the most part. We have 34 inches of rear travel, 24 in the front, and we literally flat-foot it through whatever we want to go through. It's really fun.
Yeah, you go out in the desert, out in the Baja, you race this thing through the day, through the night. I mean, it's got to be a wild ride, and what some of the stuff you're jumping and getting through.
I mean, the one thing with desert racing is we never see the same course twice. Like, we just did Vegas to Reno where we raced 20 hours straight and we saw everything once. So you really got to be on your toes, and you know, anything that can come at you, you got to be prepared for it.
Yeah, you're not on a closed course or out on a racetrack. You're out in the middle of nowhere and you don't know what's coming up at you.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I've seen everything from crazy fans and horses or cows coming into the road. I mean, you got to watch out for everything.
Well, this is one sweet truck. We'll give it a look at it. I'm telling you what, I want to go for a ride.
Absolutely, for sure. Let's go.
All right, I'm ready. See ya.
And finally, the Lokar Pick of the Week. This awesome automobile will be in competition for the Pick of the Year at the end of the season, a special December episode of the Lokar Car Show. What do you think will win? Stay tuned.